Hi everyone, this is Jessica Kreiser, Strategic Account Manager for Softmart, and this is your IT 2-minute warning. And this week I want to talk about the new release of SQL 2014. And the big news here is that the release is going to happen on April 1st, 2014. So that's the release of SQL Server 2014. So all of you that have software assurance on your SQL Server licensing that will be active on April 1st, you're going to get the new release of 2014. Now, for those of you that don't, this is going to be the important information. So the biggest licensing change that's coming with the release of SQL 2014, and in comparison to the 2012 release, these are mild. But the big change that's going to happen is that previously, when you bought a SQL Server license, you got the rights to an active passive server configuration, right? So it was the only Microsoft product that had that licensing entitlement to it. But basically, you could set up your environment to have an active server and a passive server associated to it, and you didn't have to license both. You automatically got that license. Now, in the release of 2014, that's changed. So the passive server allowance is now a software assurance benefit. So what does that mean? That means that between now and the end of March, you can buy SQL Server 2012. As long as you're running SQL Server 2012 or previous, you have the right to the passive server without needing software assurance. The second that you have to buy 2014 and or running 2014, you're going to need the software assurance benefits to be able to have the passive server. So it is significant if you've been relying on the passive servers to get you through and to not have to double license those accounts. So what I would say to you is take a look at your environment, something we can take a look at in more detail, how this is going to affect you going forward. There is also a few weeks between the end of now and the end of the month that if you did need to buy additional licenses, you could, and you would get the 2012 rights, and you would get those passive server licenses. Okay, so those are the big changes for SQL 2014. Keep a lookout for it on April 1st. If you have any questions, please reach out. This is Jessica Kreiser, and your IT 2-minute warning. I'll talk to you next week. Thanks.